Hi, I'm Gregg Toppo, a senior writer at the 74. Recently, I spoke with Steven Van Zandt about his work with K-12 students throughout the U.S. Van Zandt, also known as Little Steven, is an American musician and actor. He's a member of Bruce Springsteen's E Street Band, and he's appeared in several television drama series, including as Silvio Dante in The Sopranos and as Frank Tagliano in Lilyhammer. But he's not as widely known for being an educator. In the past few years, his free open source TeachRock program has been using music and pop culture to teach kids about modern history since World War II. It's now in more than 30,000 schools in all 50 states. I got a chance to interview him the other day about his program and why it's so important for him to give back.
I want to give you a chance to talk about the work you're doing in schools, and sort of transitioning with this thing you said about the program. You said all I wanted was for every kid in kindergarten to be able to name the four Beatles, dance to satisfaction, sing along to Long Tall Sally, and recite every word of Subterranean Homesick Blues. The rest will take care of itself.
I'll stick by that too.
Yeah, how's that working out? And talk about how it's developed from that conception, which I think is a really interesting.
Pretty good. It took us a long time just to get it together to the point where I felt confident enough to go public with it. Which only happened five or so years ago. After working on it for like, I don't know what, 10 or 15 years. So it's been a long time coming. We have like 60,000 teachers and 200 partner schools, and we're in every state, and it's a nice start. It's a really solid start we've got going right now. I had the opportunity to visit one of our partner schools, and man, it was wonderful to see. It was just they were teaching our curriculum. What was it now? I think it was from young. It was like kindergarten to sixth grade, something like that. And the enthusiasm of the kids was amazing. The idea of the entire concept here was to do something that would get the kids interested and keep them interested and get them to come to school and stay in school. It was important to us to make sure we made this available for free because, all the problems begin with, we can't afford it, right? So we were like, that's not gonna stop us. We don't want to hear you can't afford it because it's too important. And we made sure that it meets all the state standards, by the way. It's not an after school thing. This is we integrate art into the principal, the disciplines. We turn STEM into STEAM, science, technology, engineering, and math, and we add the A of arts into the middle, turning STEM into STEAM. And we integrate the arts into each of those disciplines, into science, into engineering, into math. Specific lesson plans do that.
What do you see as the legacy of this thing, 10, 20 years from now?
I think the legacy is the transformation of the education system, public education. We see this fulfilling our three goals eventually, which is making sure that art in general stays in the DNA of the public education system. Number two, creating a methodology that works for this generation and future generations. And the third thing is keeping kids in school and increasing the graduation level and reducing the dropout level, which is just intolerable. And we really, really intend to change that, because if a kid likes one classroom or one teacher, they'll come to school. The statistics show that. We want to be that class.
It's interesting that somebody like you, sort of like not only an outsider, but, somebody who even talks to themselves as being sort of like an outcast, and,
you can say moron. It's okay. You can say, even half a moron like me, and I should have been a dropout myself. I get it. Like I say, well, I feel like I'm the luckiest guy in the luckiest generation. And I think it's an obligation. I really do feel it's a responsibility for us to pass along something that was better than we had, because we've taken all the good stuff. We've taken an awful lot of the good stuff, and we're leaving them a hole in the sky and a poisoned environment, and just all kinds of a permanent recession, really, all kinds of ridiculous problems in terms of our society, our failures, the failures of our society. So you look around, you say, oh well, what can we do? What do we have control of that we can pass along? That's a show of an apology to the next generation. And I'm hoping that this is one of the things, and improve the quality of life for the next guy. I mean, that's what else can you do? What else are we here for?